At this point, I don't even have an excuse anymore. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brie and this is 4 Paws in a Book. I have a book haul for you. I don't have an excuse. I was trying to sit here coming up with like a quippy intro, and honestly I don't have an excuse. I have 28 books to talk to you about today, and that feels like a lot. Now, I did have Romantasy BookCon last week, and I will link my vlog up above if you want to check that out, but I did buy some books there. I think I bought maybe 11 books, and then there were a couple that I ordered that then got like shipped to me afterwards. I have a couple of special editions, and not all of these are going on my like TBR. Some of them are duplicates, some of them are books that I've already read. I just wanted like a physical or a special edition of it, but there's a lot on here that is going on the TBR. So without further ado, let's just get into it. I'm gonna start with Romantasy BookCon because that's what I've kind of been teasing for a little while. I didn't put it in my vlog because I had already packed the books by the time I closed out the vlog. So let's chat. The first one actually I bought afterwards because she did not have any books available when I got to her booth, but I did buy 2, and then I have one more coming, the rest of the Kingdom of Lies series. So this one is book 2, A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty by Stacia Stark, and then this is book 4, A Queen This Fierce and Deadly, and then I do have book 3 coming. It just got it from Pango, and so it's not here yet. So it'll be in my March book. It's fine. I do plan on continuing this. I would love to be able to read this month because it's a very political book and it will work for a ton of points for Realmathon. But we'll see what happens. I'm in the middle of playing a TBR game for this month, or for this week, and so I have no say in what I'm reading. It's all a game. So stay tuned for that. Then I got The Night Market by Jessica Sundin. This is a first book in a series that I met the author. She was such a sweetheart, and this is such a pretty, pretty book. And it's a mortal seer enslaved by a traveling fairy market, a raven shifter forced into marriage to save his caravan tribe, and a future not even the cards could predict. So sounds really interesting. She was kind of like selling it as this like traveling, not circus, but like carnival thing. And you know, that kind of got me very excited to read this one. Plus it's like, look how pretty it is. Like there was this beautiful, beautiful artwork. Here's the thing. I did not plan on buying as many books as I did at the Romantasy BookCon. The problem is that Romantasy books have such stunning special editions, and a lot of them are like event exclusive, right? So you can't go on their website. And so you end up in this like, you know, you have to buy it now kind of thing. And then that's what happened a couple of times. So there's this one. Then we have the Demon Pact series, books 1 through 3. So actually we're adding 3 books to this TBR. Yeah. But like, again, stunning. So this is 3 novellas about a post-apocalyptic world and this, you know, person that has to sell her soul to a demon, I think. A witch living in a post-apocalyptic world is no easy feat, especially when I have no memory of my past, and a supernatural's touch feels like I'm being zapped by a stun gun. That didn't stop me from becoming the best at what I do, spying and getting information, until a job went south and the warlock died at my feet. Exciting. So anyways, this is like 3 novellas. Look at that. It's so gorgeous. Hello. So that is going to happen at some point. Then I got The Blood That Binds Us and The Bonds That Break Us by Erin Maynard. She was doing a sale on this, so they were super cheap. She is the wielder of blood magic, and she may end them all. Ren has never stolen a life, but that doesn't stop her from believing her darkness makes her a walking nightmare. Harboring a power so lethal, unpredictable, and entirely forbidden by kingdom law, Ren spent her whole life hiding what she is, who she is, a blood witch. So I'm not gonna read like all of the synopsis, but anyways, this is a duology. I think it was a duology, question mark. It sounded fantastic, and so I got it. And then this is one that was on my like radar when I found out I was going to Romantasy BookCon, and then I didn't end up getting to read it, but she had, again, a very pretty book. The Sundered Realms by Casey Blair. Time to dream bigger than anyone else could imagine, and brighter besides. Life has always been too dangerous to be allowed freedom. Now she's the universe's only hope. It's equal parts epic fantasy and romance in a world where being a huge nerd about language makes you incredibly epic at magic. Anyways, this is why I got it. Like, look how pretty this hardcover edition is. Then we have The Devil's Waltz by Jessie Elliott. Again, it's so pretty. It says it's been 5 years since her sister was killed by a demon, and Camille Morgan swore off the family business of demon hunting. Now a college sophomore, Cammie is determined to get her degree and move far away from Seattle and all things paranormal. But when Cammie becomes the target of a demon attack, she's convinced it's a ploy by her parents to drag her back into training. The wildly charming and attractive Xander Kane comes to her rescue, except her savior isn't a hunter or even human. Should be some, like, you know, fated mates, rivals to lovers kind of thing. I don't know, we'll see. But again, sounded really good. And then these ones I have already read, so they do not count. But I went and bought the traditionally published versions of Spark and Glow of the Everflame when I went to the Pinnacle event. So now, yes, I do have 2 copies of this, but it's fine. These ones are going to be personalized to me, and then the other ones were just like a regular signature. And then Heat comes out sometime in March. I can't remember exactly when, but as I'm filming it, I'm actually reading that one now, so I'll be caught up with that series, and that makes me so worried. Let me tell you, I'm about halfway through it. And then Fae Crate was one of the vendors there, and so I got the special editions of Reign of Shadows and Endings and Storm of Secrets and Sorrow, and then I pre-ordered the Tempest of Wrath and Vengeance. I can never remember that title. But anyways, stunning, absolutely gorgeous. And I had a special edition of this one, but not the whole series because I only had done the first one from Unplugged. And so now I have one little match. The whole series will be together. Okay, so that was my Romantasy BookCon adventures. Now let's talk about the other things that I got, because I bought books this month. There's nothing I can say. So I got The Scarlet Veil by Shelby Mahurin. I have heard really good things about this book, and a pretty edition, you know, I had to. It's on Pango, pretty cheap. She lived for the light, he showed her the dark. Exciting. Darkness is coming for us, Seelie. It's coming for you too. Someone is coming for Seelie, leaving bodies in its wake, each one decorated with twin puncture wounds in its throat. And the closer he gets to her, the more tempted Seelie feels to give in to his dark hungers and her own. So vampires, exciting. We'd love it. I picked up Iron and Embers by Helen Scher. I will not be able to read this one until probably the summer because we are reading Blood and Steel and that series with my Patreon starting in April. And while I know that this is technically a new series, you can start it. I've just heard that it like has a lot of tie-ins to the other series, and so you're getting the fuller picture if you've already read Legends of Vesmar. So I'm gonna wait, but I got this one from Blackwell's, so it was from the UK, but I got the sprayed edges. Now I think I'm supposed to be getting, I am supposed to be getting the Fairy Loot edition of this as well, but it didn't show up yet, so we're not hauling that one today, but I have this one. It's so pretty. Let me finish up with the rest of the Romantasy books that are just like regular books. Charming Devil by Rebecca Kenny. This is I think a queer retelling of Dorian Gray, but like make it magical. And I listened to Rebecca on a panel at a Polycon last year. Her book sounded really interesting, and so I found this one. It's got the like red sprayed edges, and yeah, I mean, I follow her on Threads. She's a really cool person, and so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try her books out. Then Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. Now I did read Heartless Hunter for Romantasy-a-thon. That's a lot of words. I did read Heartless Hunter, and then I picked this one up when it came out, and so I was able to get Kristen to sign it when I was down there last weekend. I just haven't started it yet. I don't know. I'm not quite ready to like jump back into this world. So, but maybe it's sometime this month. And then LJ Andrews said that she was getting picked up traditionally, and that the paperback versions of this series was going out of print. And so I was like, well, I kind of want to get them. And so I did pick up the rest of the series, or not. I don't know if this is the rest of the series, but it's the Ever Queen and then the Mist Thief. And so this is the sequels to the Ever King. I read that one back in the summer. It was 3 stars for me. However, I do think that I might like the rest of the series better. I feel like it's gonna get better. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm going to try it. Okay, then a couple of random books. I did get Rest Stop by Nat Cassidy. This is a little horror novella. I don't like spending like full price money on novellas, so if I find them on Pango or something like that, that's when I try to pick them up. And so this is a little horror novella that I'm planning on reading for Gala of Peace, just because it'll be like a quick read that I can read very fast and get some extra points for Realmathon. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to link Cassie's announcement video down below, but Realmathon is a month-long team-based readathon. I am the host of Team Monarchs, and so we are just trying to win. Okay, we're trying to get all the points. So I read Nestlings by this author last year and really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to continue that. And then 3 romances that I did already read. I did an entire vlog on reading new romances. So we have Whirlwind by Kayla Gross. This is a Twisters inspired romance with a like storm chaser and his student. So the age gap romance. It's a fun, good time. You know, it wasn't my favorite. I was a little bit disappointed in some of the things, and I'll have all my thoughts in that vlog. But if you are looking for like a smutty good time, it was good. First Time Caller by VK Borison. This one I had so much fun with. This is a retelling of Sleepless in Seattle, but it's in Baltimore. A hopeless romantic meets a demoralized radio host in this cozy Sleepless in Seattle inspired love story. This one was a lot of fun. I think it was like just a breath of fresh air. And then Deep End by Allie Hazelwood. This one is getting so much like controversy and discussion about it, and it's like really splitting the book internet, I guess. I gave this 5 stars. I really enjoyed this. I think people went into it thinking it was something different because we were getting all of these warnings about like, oh, it's so spicy, it's so kinky, it's her like spiciest one yet, blah blah blah, and there's like BDSM and all this stuff. And it's not like Red Room 50 Shades kind of thing. However, it's very satirical in that because they're like, oh, that's real 50 Shades of you. And it's kind of funny, it's kind of meta. This is 2 college kids exploring the idea of kink, and they're not professionals. They don't know what they're doing. They're just having fun and like learning about themselves and about the other person in this scenario. So that's what this is, and I really enjoyed the therapy aspect of it. Our main character is a diver, and she has a really bad mental block with one of her dives, and so she's going to therapy with it, and this whole thing. I don't know, I had a really good time with this book. Yeah, it's not like it was going over really well for a little bit, and then now that more people are reading it, it's less popular. I don't know. It's interesting. Now I have a couple of special editions that I want to talk about. First up, I did get the special edition collection of the Hunger Games. This is interesting because I don't think that this fits the vibe of the books like at all, right? This is bright and fun and cheery. I do love this one's really cool. They're beautiful books, but I don't think like they fit the vibe of the book, but they're gorgeous and I had to have them. Very excited about Haymitch's story coming out in March. So excited about it. I'm wondering if maybe they'll do an edition for this so that they'll match. I don't know. We'll see. Then I finally got off the wait list for Arcane Society and their books. So you get a book every other month, and it's like 2 books, I guess, interestingly enough. So this one was the Karina Hale box, and so we got Blood Orange and Black Rose. This is the Dracula duet, and these are stunning books. I mean, like, it's gorgeous. So pretty. The end papers, like, hello, they're so gorgeous. And then there's like a discreet cover on the back end, which I like still don't know which one if I want to flip it or not. I don't know, we'll see. And then this one is the second one in the series. What? That's so pretty. So pretty. Have not read that series yet, but I want to try reading Karina Hale, so this is an exciting way to do that, to start it. And then lastly, I backed a Kickstarter last year, and they came in like right after I filmed my last haul. So this is 6 novellas. It's the Black Rose auction. Katie Robert is one of the authors that was in this, and that's kind of where I heard about it. But there's actually 6 novellas in here, and they're all dark retellings. So we have Stolen Vows by Sav R. Miller. This is a dark contemporary Rapunzel retelling. So dark contemporary romance set in a modern world heavily inspired by the Rapunzel fairy tale. Mafia kind of thing. I don't know, interesting. And then on the other side, so it's like they're the same book, but just like halfway through you flip it over and you get the next one. So we have Irresistible Devil by Jenny Nordbach. This is a not King Midas, Rumpelstiltskin retelling, and the dedication, I mean, first off, like, hello, gorgeous, but the dedication on this is, oh my gosh, for anyone who had confusing pants feelings for Mr. Gold Rumple in Once Upon a Time, hello. Then we have Shattered Innocence by Sarah Kate. She puts the wicked in Wicked's stepsister, so Cinderella retelling. Then this one is Royal Heart by Nana Malone. This thief might just steal her heart again. think this one is Aladdin, I imagine. Yeah, like look how pretty these things are. They're so, so pretty. And then lastly, we have the Katie Robert one, which is Wicked Pursuit. This is a Mafia Little Red Riding Hood, which is exciting. And then Divine Intervention by R.M. Virtues. Baby Bear wasn't a good fit, but Papa Bear is just right. Oh. What? What? Okay, anyways, so that's that. So I am adding 28 books to my physical TBR. However, I did read 3 of them in this, so 25 they're continuing on to the rest of the year. Now let's balance the shelves a little bit. So this was our number at the end of January, and I read 7 books from there. I also unhauled 4 due to some authors being a little problematic. So I unhauled 4. So this is our current 2024 number, and then adding the 28 to the TBR for 2025, that's the number that we're starting with. I read 3 of them from this month, and I also read 5 other books from my 2025 TBR in February. That is our 2025 TBR number. It's not 50%, I can tell you that right now. I've got to get better at this. Now, I don't have another book convention coming up for quite a while. I don't think I'm planning on going to another one. Who knows? We'll see. That's good because that's obviously like a big chunk of books that get added to the TBR, like a lot. So hopefully in March we'll do a little bit better. I don't know. The other thing is that I'm planning on reading a lot in March. I've already done really well as far as the start of the reading month, so we'll see what happens at the end of the month. But yeah, it's not great. I have a lot of books. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, let me know down in the comments below which of these are you most excited to see me read. Maybe I'll be picking it up this month, and I'm vlogging like almost everything this month, so you might get some in-depth spur of the moment thoughts. We'll see. If you do want to see my Romantasy BookCon adventure where I got to meet a bunch of new authors, I'm going to leave that vlog right here. It was part Romantasy-a-thon, part Romantasy BookCon, and it was a great time. Great week. If you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little button that you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, Goodreads, Twitter, and my Patreon are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!